Hey everybody, it's time for acknowledgements. How do you say thank you in payments? I know someone out there said, sending me money is the best way of saying thanks. Well, in this video, we'll cover the closest thing we have to a thank you in ACH processing. Stay tuned. So we don't have an actual thank you SEC code in ACH, but we do have acknowledgements. What are acknowledgements? Acknowledgements basically are our way of saying, I received your entry. Kind of like a thank you acknowledges a person for something. But thank yous also show gratitude. At least they should. And we need more of that in the world. But as for acknowledgements in ACH, we really don't see them as often anymore. It's been a while since I checked the stats for these. Yes, these. As you will see, there are 2 SEC codes for acknowledgements. But the last time I checked, the volumes were like super low, like barely even worth mentioning low. Like so low, I didn't even bother to go see what they've been lately low, okay? But you have to remember that some things that we have in ACH are from years ago. And before we got to where we are now with instant communications, like back in the days of dial-up. Yeah, remember that? Oh. We have the ACK, which acknowledges the receipt of a CCD credit, and the ATX, which acknowledges the receipt of a CTX credit. Did he just say CTX and CCD credits? Yes. Well, why not debits? Well, with a debit, you know, because you get the money. That kind of acknowledges you got it, right? Okay. So we only have them for CCD and CTX credits. Are there other acknowledgements for other SEC codes? No. We only have them for CCD and CTX credits. But how do we know if someone gets the payment? Trust me, you'll know if someone doesn't get their money. And we have many ways of being able to trace a payment today anyway. Now, acknowledgements, they're completely optional for all ACH participants. Unless, of course, you have an agreement between the participants that you're going to create them. And if you do create acknowledgements, they can have one optional addenda record. It is optional. Acknowledgements are non-monetary entries as they are acknowledging receiving a credit entry and don't actually pass funds through the network. How do you create an acknowledgement? Well, first you have to ask for one. Well, how do you ask for one? You ask for an acknowledgement by placing the letters AK, that's capital AK, within the discretionary data field of the CCD or the CTX entry that you want to have acknowledged. Probably done by your software application. Check with your provider to find out how they create acknowledgement request, because that's what it is. It's a request for acknowledgements, should you need to make one. If you want to test our first method of saying thanks with a payment, feel free to send funds to kevin@paymentsprofessor.com. But what I'd really like to hear from you, or really like to have from you, is your input on what you would like to see for series and videos in 2020. That's right. Right now, the Payments Professor is under production for videos and entire series in 2020. And I want to hear your input. What are you looking for? What would you like to have more of? If you've got topics that you'd like to have addressed, then email me, kevin@paymentsprofessor.com. Leave me a message here on LinkedIn or comment below. Another thing we look at is the likes and the views. So if you like this video, hit the like button. Thanks for watching.